This $5 billion floating community in the middle of the sea is insane. There are 133 villas, and it's got everything from underwater bedrooms to your own private coral reef. The villas, it's luxury, but there are risks living out at sea, like a storm's access to transport for a medical emergency, or rising sea levels. Here's why people are still lining up to pay $6 million. There's also a floating mansion in Miami that moves around like a yard, but the floating seahorse villas in Dubai are very different. For one, they're located 3.2 kilometers offshore, unlike the others that are right on the coast. Secondly, each floating villa is 3 stories tall and is spread across 4,004 square feet, one that gives at sea level. The second deck is above it, and then there is the third deck that's completely submerged underwater. Lastly, these villas don't have a propulsion system like a boat, nor are they resting on a permanent pillar that's fixed to the sea floor. But how and why does it not move? The answer lies with how the villa was built and how it's balanced. First of all, the villas are prefabricated on land and then put in the water, so they have to be installed by a massive crane. But what exactly is the villa made of? Everything above the sea level is made of super light aluminum. That's why it has a yacht-looking style. It features a stunning glass-bottom hot top. They really cool. They are really cool. All these luxuries on the 2 top decks posed a very big problem. The villa was off balance. For one, the villa shape was asymmetrical, and this wasn't ideal because for an object to float, one of the first things you need is symmetry, just like the V shape of a boat. Additionally, the weight on each deck was unevenly distributed. There were heavy marble bathrooms on one side and lighter, emptier spaces in the opposite corner, and if lift is it would probably tilt or worse just flip over. To stop that from happening, they created something called a double bottom. Basically, it's a 1 meter high space between the floor and the concrete lower level, and they filled this space with small steel slabs that acted as ballast to help it float. This only solved part of the problem. The next issue came from the villa's own water deck. Because of its large underwater volume, a lot of water was being displaced, and this meant the villa would rise up and bop up and down in the water to make the villa sit flat on the water surface, and the water deck had to be heavy, so the entire level was constructed with a marine-grade concrete and steel molds. The villa's weight was now 400 tons. That's as heavy as 2 Statues of Liberty. So the whole Seahorse Villa, or 133 of them, are anchored. They are moored, so they won't move. They won't go underwater. They will just stay as they are right now. The underwater deck itself is absolutely insane. Foreign can be used as bedrooms or extra living space. It's good an underwater bathroom, and the TV Tata comes out of the ceiling. The most stunning bit is the floor-to-ceiling windows that give you a clear view of the fish outside, and you get a customized coral reef. 2 foreign can be used as bedrooms or extra living space. It's good an underwater bathroom, and the TV that comes out of the ceiling. The most stunning bit is the floor-to-ceiling windows that give you a clear view of the fish outside, and you get a customized coral reef. 2 foreign villas have their own coral nursery. So what happens is, when you buy a house, you have a backyard where you plant your trees and flowers. So well, with seahorses you get a catalog with corals, and based on what corals you choose, the are the fish the coral will attract, because different coral attracts different fish. So you basically choose the view, you choose your life television view. That's pretty cool, and it helps the coral ecosystem to restore again. But I know what you're thinking. What if this massive window cracks? Well, obviously the entire villa would sink, costing the owners millions of dollars. But that's almost impossible. For one, the glass is 9.5 centimeters thick, and it's practically bulletproof. Secondly, if it did crack, you'd be able to escape to the upper floor through an emergency hatch hidden behind these doors. Lastly, the distance between the seabed and the lower level of the villa is only 1.5 meters, so if it did sink, it wouldn't go very deep down, and you'll be able to save most of it. Moreover, each villa has a 100-year warranty, so your investment is protected. Location is another big factor. Tata contributes to the safety of the villas. The waters are more stable, and the villas are protected from waves during a storm. What's your opinion on the floating seahorsey villas? Would you buy one as a holiday home? Tell us about it in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.